Hello, welcome back to my channel. Um, for those who are new, welcome. And for those who are returning, thank you for supporting my channel. I've been really enjoying documenting the progression of my garden. And one thing that's so remarkable is that it changes every day. So I've been doing these weekly walkabouts, and when I go back and look at the past videos, I'm amazed at how the plants have grown and just bloomed. And I'm actually very happy to be recording these and just kind of be able to go back and enjoy it. If you have a garden, I would highly recommend making sure that you're taking pictures or videos, because things happen fast and things happen every day. It was so sad to say goodbye to the ranunculus. They had faded, falling apart. They did their thing for the spring. I went to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden gift shop. Anytime that I'm looking for something unique, I go to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden gift shop here in Brooklyn, New York, where I garden. I quite frequently go to the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens for inspiration, and I go to the gift shop because they have a lot of plants as well as planters and gardening supplies that are so cute. They're unique. Sometimes I don't see what they have in my other local garden center. So when I'm looking for something a little special, I'll go there. And boy, did I, they did not disappoint. I found something really cool at the Botanical Gardens gift shop, and I just finished planting it. I'm not gonna move it. I'm gonna show you because it's kind of heavy. I watered it in, and like when you water the pots in, it's like 10 times heavier. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you my new dahlia. This is Dahlia City Light Lavender, and the cool thing about this dahlia is that it grows 12 to 18 inches tall and wide. I'm taking a risk with putting it in this 8-inch pot, a little bit too cramped. If it does show signs of stress, I'll pop it out and get it a bigger pot. It is so pretty. I haven't really experimented much with dahlias, primarily because in zone 7B, I would have to dig them up and then store them. And I just, haven't had the appetite for that yet. But I think they're so pretty. And depending on how these perform, I might take a stab at saving the tubers for next year. So for all of my indoor and outdoor plants, I use the Espoma potting mix. And for my blooming flowers, whether it's my roses, hydrangeas, I even use these on the perennials. I use rose tone. Now the tones, they have an odor, and that odor is from the chicken manure. So you might want to put a mask on when you're using it, because it does have like a bit of like dust that comes out, and that gets all in your nose. It is not the best scent. And here is an update on the Olivia Rose Austin rose that I planted. Now this is about 3 weeks ago. Planted it up bare root, and it is leafing out. I think it's doing really good. Really can't wait to see the blooms. So let's take a look at the rest of the garden. Like I said, so many things have changed. I really love what the daffodil foliage is giving here, and when I switch it out, I'm gonna try and mimic that whole look. So I'm gonna look for something that can withstand staying in a small pot, that has that upright spiky appearance. I was thinking maybe herbs. Herbs can withstand being in a smaller container, and then that upright, so we'll see. But I really do love what it adds to this little area. Our newest addition. Okay, and this and this are both lilac plants. They're a type of dwarf lilac plants from Proven Winners. I did not get any blooms from this one because it was really small, and I did have to prune off some of the dead branches for him coming out of winter. So I didn't get any blooms here, but I did get blooms from this one, and they were so dear. Love it, love it. Head on down. Let's start here with the hydrangeas. These are Little Quickfire. This is their third year in the, well, no. This is the third year for this and this one in the ground. This is this one's second year. The reason why they look so small is that I did cut them back quite a bit, and this one it was a bit off, so I uprooted it and had to move it around a little bit. It's rebounding pretty good. It's rebounding pretty good. I cut them pretty low because I wanted all of them to be the same level. Last year, these two were about 2 going on 3 feet. And this one, because it was new, it hadn't gotten to that point. So I wanted to make sure that they were all, you know, at least evened out. And even though they're not as filled out, I feel like they're pretty much the same height, which is what I was going for. So I'm happy. It's waterfall. One of the stars of the garden has got to be this catmint. This is Cat's Meow. This is a Proven Winners variety, and it has not disappointed. It has not disappointed. I was not going to shear the green velvet boxwoods this year, but I started clipping, and there you go. It's not a tight ball, but I just gave it a little bit of form. Our mini mauvettes, Invincible, also Proven Winners variety. I have 3, 1, 2, and 3. These white salvias are coming out. I am going to clean it up a bit. You see all of these newer ones that are coming up. So I think later on today, I'm gonna come in and cut out the splint blooms because the new flush has already started. This variety, I love it because it blooms the entire season. It blooms the entire season. I wouldn't even have to cut it, but it would just look a little bit overgrown and messy. So I think today I'm gonna come in and cut out the splint blooms so that these little lovelies, when they're coming up, they can have their own show. I have 3 catmint, 3 of them on each side, so a total of 6. When I got them, this is their 3rd year in my garden, and I purchased them in each a quart container. Love them, love them. In the past, I did shear them down when they were a little bit spent, and in no time at all, boom. Like when I say no time at all, I'm talking about like 1 or 2 weeks, they were back up. So again, great performer. It's my other green velvet boxwood that I lightly sheared. our Salvia numerosa. I purchased these three when they were tiny little 4-inch pots, and all three were marked as Salvia numerosa. Clearly, they are not all Salvia numerosa. That is Salvia numerosa there. I had intended just to be like, okay, I'll just stick with it for the season and next year divide it up. But I went to my local Home Depot last week, and look what I found. And so it completes my little drift of salvia over here, and I think it's so darling. The roses are loaded, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. You see? They're yellow roses, both of them. Again, these were here when I purchased my home, but I'm pretty sure these are the Easy Breezy roses from Knockout. Let's go inside. All right. These are both cone flowers. They bloom more into like mid summer, so I can't wait. But I do love what it's giving here with the foliage. I like the foliage. This is our dwarf Buddleia, pink chrysalis. This was from Monrovia. I have Roseanne geranium that is putting on some size. This one gets more sun than the second one, but and this is their second year in the garden, so give them some time. But once they start, they don't stop, which is what I appreciate. This is in Limetta, in Invincible, also proven winners variety, and they are ready to put on their show, and I am here for it. All right, this is Steffi Gara. I had two flanking the bird bath from last year. This one did not come back, and I was so disappointed, and I was, contemplating on whether or not I should just leave it and let the Limetta overtake, well, not overtake, but grow into this area. But I went to my local garden shop and I found a second one, so I was more than happy to put it back into my garden, and hopefully next year they both come back. I think this was a gardener's mistake. I had cut both of them back in the fall, and since then I've learned that it's best to cut them down in the spring after the foliage starts coming up. So lesson learned. So we'll see if it was my mistake for the next year. If they don't come back next year, then I do have some ideas what will give me the same look with a different plant. But I'm so happy that I found the second one, because I really did love the effect from last year. This is the Winter Gem Boxwood. I'm so happy for my project that I did last week with clearing the mulch around the bird feeder area. I got two 0.5 cubic bags of pond stone from my local garden shop. I'm happy that I did that. It looks a little bit more cleaner in my view. And there's a view in the garden of this when I'm standing, and I'll show it to you, that is so breathtaking. And I just know it's gonna also lend to my winter garden. So I'll show you that. I gotta put some bird seeds out for the birdies. The peonies are coming along. I've just enjoyed just seeing the process of it coming up from nothing to this in the past 4 weeks. I love the foliage. I can't wait to see the color. This is, I believe, Dr. Alexander. I purchased it from Home Depot last year during the fall. So I actually haven't seen their blooms. So I can't wait to see what they look like. This will be the first time, their first spring in my garden. So, and the trellis is a birdcage trellis. This is from Garden Supply, but I purchased it off of Amazon. I love this border. This is my play area. This is my play area. And as the season progresses, we're gonna get, you know, yellows from the roses, a lime color from the Invincible Limetta, a blue from the geraniums, and a mauvey pink from the mauvettes. And you know, this is one of the things that I've enjoyed about the garden is, you know, that anticipation. Every week it changes, the face of the garden changes, and that's why I garden. These are my Monterey cypress, or as I like to call them, my little soldiers. I've been enjoying the Weigela. This is a dark horse Weigela. I believe that this is a Monrovia brand. Monrovia, yes. So they had, it's almost pretty much done, these lovely, you know, pink fuchsia types of blooms. But one of the things that I really love about it, this is its second year in my garden, is that when the blooms fall off, like, it cleans itself. Like, it doesn't really look haggard. There are some shrubs that when they come out of bloom, they look a little haggard and you gotta, you know, go in there just to kind of clean it up. Nope. This has been just a standout. You see, this is, I guess, where the blooms are connected. Because of, I guess, against the dark foliage, you don't even notice it. At least I don't, and I love that. My two viburnums. Japanese maple. This is Bloodgood variety. Another plant that I have absolutely been enjoying, and which is new to my garden, is this black scallop ajuga. But I love the foliage. I absolutely love the foliage. My gardenia is coming along. So I've had the yellowing of the leaves, of which I thought was chlorosis, but I'm more now beginning to believe that it's because the gardenias, they prefer more acidic soil. After I noticed more of a response after I gave it the fertilizer for acidic loving plants. So I'm gonna give it another one today and help it out a little bit. My little woodland area, the Mugo pines. So I think I know what happened to the oak leaf hydrangea. Yesterday we got up into the 80s, and you see it has like a little bit of burnt crisp. It also did rain, so I know that it's not for lack of water, but I wonder if it's getting a little too much sun in this area. So I'm gonna watch it and see for this season. This is Baby Spice Viburnum. For the rest of the season, it's just going to be these beautiful leaves. And after it blooms, both viburnums, I noticed that the leaves are getting larger. After most of these shrubs bloom, all the energy goes into the leaf size. Let's go into my little woodland area, the hosta. Again, I don't know what variety of hosta these are. These were here when I moved in. this hosta. For some reason, every time I get to this area, I always forget, but I remember Autumn Frost hosta. This is a Proven Winners brand. That over there as well is Mighty Mouse, also a Proven Winners brand. My little hellebores. So I love hellebores. This has been in bloom since March. Initially, it was on my front porch, and I transplanted this one and that one over here about 2 weeks ago. Even though the blooms are pretty much faded, I still love the green blooms that are left behind. This is the view that I was talking about of the rocks. Can you see that? Yeah, so when you're looking full, head on, you can see the rocks behind. I can't wait in the winter time to see, what kind of effect that gives. Our pots are struggling just a little bit. Calabacoas don't like a lot of water, and we've been getting a lot of water. But yesterday, when we got into the 80s, I noticed that it perked back up. So I know that they'll last for the rest of the season. And because it's been rainy, I haven't been supplementing with any water. I just love the combinations. So let's just do one panoramic view of what the garden is looking like. Very, 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 very pleased. I'm toying with putting something in this area. I haven't done so because just to kind of keep this passage clear. But every time I look in here, I think of possibilities. So thank you for hanging out with me and for our weekly walkabouts. I've been enjoying making these videos, and I hope that you enjoyed watching these videos. I am so grateful to those that have stopped by and subscribed and liked and sent me comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Definitely helping my channel to grow and for it to be viewed by others. So thank you very much for that. And if you enjoyed this content, and definitely if you made it towards the very end, I would appreciate just giving me that like and subscribing, tagging along to see the garden bloom and changes that we make over the season. Hope you have a great day, and thank you for stopping by and seeing my garden. Have a great day.